Hey, what's going on, y'all? RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'm just going to give my little review here on the LG Rebel 2. This is on Simple Mobile, and there'll be no comparisons, nothing like that with this device. I just kind of want to take you on the phone, show you what you can expect, give you a few specs and stuff like that on this device. Now, this has a 5-inch FWVGA display. Up top here is your front-facing camera, your receiver here, proximity and light sensors. Your on-screen keys are here, of course. On the bottom, you have a micro USB charging port, microphone, and of course your 3.5 millimeter headset jack. Left side, you have your volume rockers. On top, you have just a noise cancellation mic. On the right, it's nothing at all. On the back, you have your rear speaker, which has pretty good output. I'm noticing that a lot of the newer LG phones are putting out more sound than the older ones, but still the speakers are always on the back, so it'd be kind of nice to see them on the sides or the bottom or the front. Of course, you got your power button here. This is not a fingerprint sensor, just a power button, a flash, and your camera. This phone has double tap to wake and double tap to sleep. Now the phone is it's just a very simple basic device. There's nothing really special about this device. It has very minimal specs, and it's really mainly for those who want just a secondary phone, a phone to buy for their kid, or if you just don't use your phone that heavily. Now let's go here to CPU-Z and just look at some of the specs that we have here. Let's go over here to SoC first, and we'll see what we have going on. We have a 1.1 gigahertz Snapdragon 210 processor, quad core, and this has an Adreno 304 GPU. Now this has a 5-inch display. Now this is here shows the exact measurements and everything, 4.97, but it's a 5-inch display at 854 by 480 with 197 pixels per inch. However, the screen really doesn't look bad, and I gotta say that LG does a good job on their displays to make their displays look good, even when they're not 720. So nothing to complain about here. It does have 1 gigabyte of RAM, which, like I said, in 2017, I'm not really understanding why they're still putting that lower RAM even in these phones. This phone has got no improvement over the LG Rebel. I was figuring that it would at least have maybe a half a gigabyte more RAM and at least double the internal storage or ROM. But we got the same 1 gigabyte of RAM and the same 8 gigabytes of ROM with around 4.01 available when you pull it out of the box. So this is not going to be a phone for gaming. If you want to download a lot of games, it's not going to be able to hold a whole lot of games. And from what I have seen, by formatting SD cards, stuff like that in here, this does not have adaptable storage, and I can't really say if that if you're able to move apps to SD card, as I don't have an SD card in here at the moment. Got your dialer down here, just your simple dialer right there. You got your messages. I got your LG keyboard. Let's go ahead and just pull up the message in here right quick like. And there is, of course, just your simple LG keyboard. You do have your emojis here. Let's go to enter message here and pull up. Got to push this button here, then the button beside it to go to your emojis. But it has your standard LG keyboard emojis. They're very small, so it's got to kind of look kind of hard to see, what you're going to be putting in. But it does have a number of them, so there's nothing to complain about there. Of course, you can download different keyboards if you wish. Going back home here, got your camera. Now this is the basic camera, but it does, it does take reasonably good pictures in good lighting. Of course, if you're in low lighting, it will suffer a whole lot, depending on your lighting environment. But here in my 100-watt bulb setting, it don't look too bad. It's actually pretty, pretty usable. You can swipe down to go to your rear camera as well. Let's go into settings here for a minute. We'll cover the camera up so we can see here. You do have pictures in 1x1, 16:9, and 4x3. Now it does have a 5 megapixel rear camera with a 5 megapixel front facing camera. It records in 720p only, so no full HD here. And up here you got your grid, you got your cheese shutter there. Turn that on or off. You got your self timer of 3, 10, and off. HDR off or on, or yeah, HDR. And so yeah, nothing much there. There's like your easy mode. You just hit a button and it takes a picture for you there. So yeah, let's swing around to the front facing camera, and you have the same pretty much here. You got your menu there, and you can use like gesture shots there, which is pretty cool. You know, you have your cheese shutter there as well as your self timer HDR. And this also records in 4x3, 16:9, and 1x1, and records in HD video quality. Now, this phone, I have noticed, has quite a bit of lag. Of course, it's going to, when you push it hard, any at all, it's going to have moments of lag. But just normal usage, and if you want a phone to just carry around, it's got a nice form factor that feels good in the hand, you know, and it's going to work. It's just not a powerhouse by any means. It got your it does have Wi-Fi calling, which is really nice. Got your sound notification display here. Home touch button combination. You can change those as you wish. Back at it, you got your lock screen, home screen, and this one did actually get the update for home and home and app drawer, as you see there. Gonna just go down here to battery. Now battery, of course, I've not really done a battery test on it, so I really can't, you know, show you nothing there. Storage and USB, like I said, after downloading just a few applications, I got 2.1 gigabytes available. Location security, nothing too much going on here. Software info does run 6.0.1 Marshmallow, so there'll be no nougat, nothing like that on this device. You know, so there's really not a whole lot to say about it. I mean, that's just about all there is to it. I have noticed that even games like Temple Run, Subway Surfers that I have actually tested, you know, with this phone here, it does sometimes freeze up. It does sometimes have hiccups. Social media is not the greatest on this device. It's just not powerful enough. I mean, you get the 1.1 quad-core 210 and bare minimum ROM and RAM. So it's not going to be a powerhouse by any means. But as far as a basic phone, if you are just looking for a phone that's going to work, if you want to buy a phone for your kid, if you want to buy this for a secondary type phone, then yeah, I mean, but honestly, for the price point of $40, that's the price I paid for it. I don't really see it's worth it here, especially in 2017 with the specs that it's given. Got your drop down up here, pretty basic stuff, flashlight, airplane mode, all that stuff. Nothing really new. So I mean, this phone here is, you know, just your basic phone. It does work, and you know, but it's not going to impress you. It's not going to wow you. Nothing like that. This is the LG Rebel 2. Not much else to say about it. So this was a little informative and helpful at any at all. Hit that like button. I really would appreciate it. Any questions or comments, leave it down below. I'll get back with you as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'd appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video.